3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition.
Got a smile for me, huh?
Smile for me.
A smile?
Yeah.
Well, you look nice when you smile.
What, no smile?
This global diversity and sustainability agenda has infiltrated everything.
There is no reason for an NHL Pride Night where all these players are forced to skate around in rainbow shit.
It has seeped into all of our lives.
The X-Men at some point are going to be appearing in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I told y'all this was the Fantastic Four when they got announced. You are not getting a straight white family with the Fantastic Four. Forget about it.
This is gonna be awesome, yo.
So we just gonna ignore that hate crime, huh?
The comic book industry doesn't have any incentive to make the comics that people want because their parent companies are paying for them.
Know the goddamn toys and show them some fucking respect.
We're in the post-profit age for a lot of these companies.
You were baby turtles who made contact with mystery goo. What the hell is wrong with you people?
And now, the gray goo of Globo Homo has become inescapable.
I take plants and I process them into goo. I'm a goo man.
Everything is politicized. Politics will come to you.
Doesn't matter if it's sports, doesn't matter if it's movies, doesn't matter if it's video games, doesn't matter if it's pottery.
My name is Faye Johnstone. I'm the executive director of Wisdom to Action.
Mommy, what is that thing?
I don't know, but it's hideous, isn't it?
Yeah, this isn't creepy at all.
We can create a world where everyone is able to live in public space as their honest and authentic self.
Yeah. Off.
Yes, Chef.
These motherfuckers, if they can find any type of way to sink their claws and teeth into it, it's there. Politics is everywhere.
I have factories all over the country. I have trucks right now loaded with goo that can be here within the week.
You can't avoid it anymore. If you avoid it, you're allowing them to continue to poison it with their bullshit ideology.
I believe in an all-inclusive country music.
Hypothetically, if you ever kill your husband.
The mega corporations were infected with ESG by the asset managers who control trillions of dollars.
I've stumbled onto a major company conspiracy, Mac. How about that for stress?
But they are just carrying out the agenda of institutions like the United Nations and the World Economic Forum.
Take a look at this.
Why is the FBI director speaking at the World Economic Forum?
Extortion is my business.
Well, what's the director of the FBI got to do with any of that? YouTube have chosen to demonetize this channel.
I love democracy. I love the Republic.
What we are very proud of now is the young generation, like Prime Minister Trudeau. Half of this cabinet, or even more, are actually young global leaders of the World Economic Forum.
Did you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
Can we talk about the mail, please, Mac? I'm dying to talk about the mail with you all day, okay?
That we penetrate the cabinets.
What did he say?
We shall see a new power dominating the world.
Kill it! Kill it with fire! Everyone flee!
Take your basic bitch ass and toss it into the fiery chasm from whence it came.
And their true agenda has absolutely nothing to do with saving black, non-binary lesbians or the environment.
There'd be no climate crisis if it wasn't for racism.
Alrighty then.
It's cult indoctrination, because that's what this is.
Everybody should try drag at least once. It's really fun.
Even kids?
Yeah. It's time for a pride parade.
Introducing SNL's first non-binary cast member.
What the f*** are they? All of this stuff we're seeing that's done in Hollywood, it doesn't come organically. It is not Hollywood that decided on their own. We're gonna do this to show how virtuous we are.
Again.
Hi. Impressive carrying skills, right? I got some Bud Lights for us.
Shut the f*** up.
And may God have mercy on your soul.
They got my pronouns right! Let's go!
Shut the fuck up.
Talking of all you perverts.
Or dressing in drag as a kid, which is a threat to nobody.
Alrighty then.
It was a big year for paedophile movies.
The people that are executing it, they may think that because they've been indoctrinated into it, but the money men behind it, they don't want to cater to any particular audience. Their goal is simply to destroy.
That's dead on.
Wow. Hey, you nailed it.
You nailed it.
Boy.
It's not about money. It's about
Sending a message.
It's like Batman stuff. Batman's a fascist.
Destroy the child. Corrupt them all.
This is their plan, people. These are demons.
That is true.
It's treason, then.
Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
This is all intentional. For people that are out there that don't understand this cultural Marxist agenda is intentional about targeting education, targeting arts, targeting even religion, the church, you name it. It's a front of an information war, a cultural war, and it's getting to the point, we're already past the point. You cannot just sit on the sideline anymore.
Cameron Robinson and what?
There's no just sitting here hoping that it goes away. There's no just sitting here saying, you know, I don't want to involve politics into, they're already doing it. So if you want this stuff to change, you got to start engaging. Like you have to start really meeting these people where they are to win back the culture.
What's the galaxy ever done for you? Why would you want to save it? Because I'm one of the idiots who lives in it.
There is cultural Marxism, whether people want to admit it or not. This is the origins of CRT, intersectional feminism, where it's dividing everybody into groups.
Uh-oh, 2 independent thought alarms in one day.
We're losing the individual, so we have this collectivist mentality.
Disney has cozied up to the communist regime in China.
It's beyond woke. Woke is the nice word for it, believe me.
Disney also capitulates to the Chinese government's every censorship demand in order to retain access to their market.
Woke is the nice word for what they've been doing, is dividing us as a country, dividing us culturally in every single thing we love. It's all part of the fucking blueprint.
They've decided that they're going to get rid of us.
And fascism would be the other word for it.
Non-compliant resident alert.
Ladies and gentlemen, behold your new god, Mr. Burns.
And you know what? This sounded crazy 5 years ago.
I'll eat your ass. I will.
It did. It sounded crazy. Sounds a lot less crazy now, doesn't it?
In addition to working for me, you may now praise me as your almighty.
Amen, sir.
This really feels biblical, to be honest. Like,
Oh,
you
it
know,
is,
the idea of the war between heaven and hell.
Hi. My name's John.
Jesus wept!
They openly admit their intentions at this point.
Let's go lick the world. Let's get it done.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Oh, let's break it down!
For this is like traditional Marxist socialist engineering.
Metaphor.
The suit is literal perfection.
It will be. When it fits a woman.
It's to demoralize.
The demoralization process in the United States is basically completed already.
I think that we send a very clear message to people that you're not welcome here.
Breathe all the air.
The express intent of all that's being done to Star Wars, everything like that, is to demoralize society.
I'm not about to let a man take credit for a woman's work.
Dad issues.
Most of it is done by Americans to Americans.
Disney has turned from a place of magic for children to an ideological company, serving LGBTQ, IA+ lobbies to children.
Didn't see that coming.
And you go to the customers and tell them you f***ed it up.
And it's done across the board, and the entertainment is just one little thing.
Well, this whole box is Pepe Sylvia!
A person who was demoralized is unable to assess true information. The facts tell nothing to him.
We're living in a time where people are trained to view things through the lens of your truth.
We will not let fear win.
Speech. Speech. Speech! Speech!
I have not done everything in my power to ensure that the sets I work on are inclusive.
You gonna get another haircut?
Not likely.
The entertainment side, that is just one aspect of a coordinated, hostile effort.
The dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be
It's basically an intergalactic invasion into this space through...
That is also true!
I'm telling you, it's what all the ancients said, it's what they warned of, it's what we're dealing with.
Hey, that's space.
Can't say anything these days. We have to really do the hard work to truly understand systemic...
You're an imbecile.
Speech! 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 Speech!
And a lot of it has to deal with, me talking to the UN.
The woke agenda.
Expediting what's going to be happening with the melting ice caps.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Bobby, vegetarians can't be trusted.
God damn it, dude, I'm having a panic attack. I'm actually having a panic attack. Will you settle down and have another cup of coffee?
Even if I take him by force to the Soviet Union and show him camp, he will refuse to believe it.
Really just the idea of us ruining our planet.
Hey, kids, always recycle.
To the extreme!
And the fact that we all need to get it together and save our home.
This is no hoax, ladies and gentlemen. I urge you to run for your lives while you can. We're not making this up just so we can take over the world.
That's a fake laugh.
It's real!
What else is on?
Until he is going to receive a kick in his fat bottom.
The Republic will be reorganized into the first galactic empire!
Yes! Oh!
They're frickin' interdimensional okay? I'll just say it.
You don't give up, do you?
Yes!
I shall look forward personally to exterminating you.
Perhaps it is time to begin again.
And it's because there are ulterior motives to so much behind it.
Marxism.
We are trained Marxists.
I didn't like that.
It is that, literally. This is the commune. We're communists.
I think that it is the obligation of the people that have created and perpetuate and benefit from a system of oppression to be the ones that dismantle it. So that's on us.
So this is how liberty dies. With thunderous applause.
When a military boot crashes his balls, then he will understand, but not before that. That's the tragic of the situation of demoralization.
I've never seen myself represented in the Lord of the Rings before, so...
What? Now keep it up, and I'm gonna smash that thing to pieces!
It's entrenched in our institutions like the FBI, the CIA. It's been here for a long time,
This is a load of barnacles.
I am the king!
In such sensitive areas as defense and economy. The influence of Marxist-Leninist ideas in the United States is absolutely fantastic.
I'm not interested in the glass ceiling. I'm interested in the brick wall. Because if I take down the brick wall, then we can redesign the building. And that's the only way to go forward. It's called capitalism.
Hold power!
The communists declared that the real differences among our people constituted the weakest and most vulnerable point in our social fabric.
Diversity means communists of color, I'm telling you.
So?
It's MAGA country.
This is all driven by the global elites, and they have a vested interest, for whatever reason,
These people are not frickin' okay?
in making sure that the lower class and the lower middle class all across the world does not engage in the types of things that would create competition against them.
Just like Jeffrey. Shut up! I know he's your friend, but I don't care.
Some men just want to watch the world burn.
There's just some real pieces of shit out there that just like to hurt people.
Fear me!
This situation is a blood-soaked, nightmarish hellscape.
Something's coming.
The time bomb is ticking with every second.
Even MSG cannot save this. You need Jesus.
Something dark.
So my character, you know, she's a powerful leader. She's a powerful leader. Yes. In a very woman-centered world.
One word, and I hit you again.
Because I feel like Star Wars is very, like, patriarchal.
I'm telling Mother.
What makes a great Star Wars story?
Oh gosh, I think there's many things that make a great Star Wars story.
Kind of cool to have like this sort of woman-centered figure.
Everyone wants you to shut up.
And yet I won't.
Yeah, I just try to treat everything as if we're on RuPaul's Drag Race. That's kind of like my...
Shut the fuck up.
Just work the runway, work the runway.
You're fired. And with good cause.
And I'm attracted to the idea of immersing myself in a Jedi Academy with a powerful Jedi Master. Who would like to meet the Jedi Master?
Ooh, you suck.
Her? Best parts about Star Wars is there is no good or evil. Depends on what side you're standing on.
You're wrong. Get him out of here! Get the out of my room!
Oh my God!
We love a humble Jedi Queen.
Yeah.
No.
As we just said, this is an entirely new era for Star Wars.
Are you f***ing stupid?
No, I'm not stupid, Chef. What is it about you and failure?
Boom. Sadness. That's the one.
Just tell me what's wrong with the freaking show.
Let me try to talk about this without getting fired or murdered.
Our world and its future has been controlled by a tiny cult of rich and powerful people for centuries.
Who controls the British pound? Who keeps the metric system down? We do.
Pokemon go to the polls.
Your time's coming, you clockwork elf demon gay frog.
Is there anything you'd like to tell us about your relationship with this previously unknown galactic government?
You were made to be ruled. In the end, you will always kneel.
They think they control the galaxy. I disagree.
This cult of elitists rose to prominence with the robber barons and monopoly men of the Industrial Revolution, who were obsessed with eugenics.
Who keeps Atlantis off the maps? Who keeps the Martians under wraps? We do. I want to hear you ribbit right now, demon.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yes.
Ribbit, 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 ribbit.
And now, this cult lives on through their proteges, the globalists and technocrats of the digital revolution.
Is the ability to hack human beings.
Who are obsessed with overpopulation.
Genocide.
This is our world now. Lay down and die.
Peace was never an option.
All of the wokeness in our culture, all the ESG in our corporations, is the result of the same global agenda.
We need to empower the youth. We need social equity. We need to protect our environment.
Think about the children.
And then they eat their poo-poo. It feels
like a
just
plan.
a meeting of supervillains. The World
Yes,
Economic
it
Forum.
is.
It's like I'm just waiting for James Bond to come in with his car.
What are your superpowers again?
I'm rich.
You know, I'm a businesswoman. I had a really clear job to do when I took over Bud Light. What I brought to that was a belief in, okay, what does evolve and elevate mean? It means inclusivity.
Aren't these just buzzwords that dumb people use to sound important?
And representation is at sort of the heart of evolution. You've got to see people who reflect you in the work.
Saw it coming.
I'm fired, aren't I?
Oh, yes.
Why is Anheuser-Busch committing suicide? Why did Hollywood commit suicide? Why is the left doing this? Why are they like kamikazes?
Well, it's because of the ESG, right, score, and because of the, what's the other name, a component of the ESG, the index, where it's basically about BlackRock, Vanguard, right? They're looking at these stocks, and they're basically trying to manipulate people into fitting their agenda. And it's not about the consumer, it's about artificially manipulating the market so they can create the world. And this, I'm sounding like you.
No,
they can artificially recreate the world in their own vision.
Exactly. The banks have weaponized the media like a kamikaze is going to be destroyed, but it's a weapon. So they don't mind destroying the NBA, the NFL, all these things.
Not again!
Because to get the agenda in, because once the central bank digital currencies are in, and once they have those ESG systems in where everything is tied to your behavior.
I have no choice but to remand you to the Palace of Justice for processing.
It's mark of the beast, total control, it's game over.
You mean execution, don't you?
Processing.
A key difference with the CBDC is that central bank will have absolute control on the rules and regulations that will determine the use of that expression of central bank liability.
We got one! Sucks, Sam! Space aliens!
Any other meaningless conspiracy theories?
Yes. Did you know that Go-Gurt is just yogurt?
So the movie goes like this. The biggest drug cartels in the world get together.
Say hello to my little friend!
And buy up all the media and all the politicians and force all the people in the world to stay locked in their homes.
And also, we will have the technology to enforce that.
And people can only come out if they take the cartel's drugs and keep taking them over and over.
This culture war isn't really about protecting superhero cartoons and sci-fi canon. It's about preventing our annihilation.
Write that down, write that down!
This is important because it's not just, silly comic books or video games or whatever. It's the culture part of it. That's why they took over these creative spaces, because that's what gets into the hearts and minds of the populace, right?
It just got real.
How do you make people see the world in a different way? Well, you tell them creatively. And that's what they've done. And a lot of, especially on the conservative pundit side, nobody was saying anything about it.
We did it, Patrick! We saved the city! Just think what might have happened if we didn't tell everyone about the monster!
About the what?
Through engineered and controlled crises, the elitists are hell-bent on resetting society and forcing us into a sci-fi dystopian control grid that we can never escape.
Hal, remind me to get lunch meat on my shopping list.
I've added bugs to your shopping list.
No, not bugs. Roast beef, turkey.
Your family will eat bugs now. They are healthier.
We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order.
Some of you may die, but it's a sacrifice I am willing to make.
Battalion 5, raise your hands. You will be the all-important first attack wave, which we will call Operation Human Shield.
They want to bring us into their Chinese century.
Hey, wait a minute. Now keep in mind, Operation Human Shield will suffer heavy losses.
To bring us into their technocracy.
You don't need a destination when you're running on an omnidirectional treadmill.
The world. They're building the world in their image. Think about it. You control population, you destroy the family, and then you you sow division. I mean, this is the playbook. This is the fascist playbook.
It has the potential of civilizational destruction.
Yeah, those people run the world. They're so impressive. What a bunch of freaks.
Get access to exclusive videos and become a producer at my Subscribe Star. Links in the description.